the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Early adversity here. They face a third down in the opening possession. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to third down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it to the left. He's got room to run. As the first down is still going. They make the stop, but not before he moves the football across midfield. First down to the 48.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
On the ground, it's Alexander. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Carter. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for his big tight end. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Talk about a great way to start this game for setting the tone very early.
Yeah, sometimes it takes an offense a couple drives to get comfortable. You could tell this unit came onto the field locked in and focused. No slow start at all for these guys.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. The back's got it. gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
A draw to the back. Picks up the first, looking for more. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the 1st down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Man, I love to see these big fellas get a chance to make a play. Usually it's the guys on the edge, linebackers, but here, the nose guard comes up with a sack.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Send the back in motion. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
So the first snap in the red zone, and this defense, I'll tell you what, they are up for the challenge. A big sack that could really lessen the damage on this drive.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14.
Get set.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Snags the quick throw. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he goes down, but the important thing, it's enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, I love it. Keep the kicker on the sideline. This offense knows when you're in the red zone, you got to come away with 6. Great play to keep this drive moving.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Wide open downfield. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The shotgun running play call. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
We'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his big tight end. Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Press coverage now from the secondary. End zone ahead. Let's see if this score, Kirk, can breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Yeah, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
The extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Getting set. Here's second down. Sticking with the running game. You've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Can he make it to the marker? And it's good for a first down to the 36.
How about that, Chris? 3rd down and 2. They get just enough. I thought they might bring the sticks out to measure. It was so close, but they're going to give them the first down. That's just trusting your back to get the yards you need for the first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. First and 10 play coming up. And now they'll run it on the draw. Yes, first down yardage at the 46.
Well, you can see the defense there completely fooled. They're getting upfield. They're trying to apply pressure on the quarterback, thinking that they're going to throw the ball. But instead, they go with the draw play, completely fools the defense. They're out of position, gave the offensive line some really nice blocking angles, and gave the back plenty of room to pick up that first down.
Grabbed by the receiver. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
That completion sets up a second down play. From the shotgun, drops back. Grab near the sticks. It's Sampson. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Close to the tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. This efficient offense doesn't convert on 3rd down this time. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. He knocks it through with confidence. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. On the run here. Lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's looking to scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain there, but he comes up short, and the clock runs out to end the first half. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead... in knee, and will bring the football out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
They get the second half started with their running play. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Takes the handoff. It's Jones. They bring him down at the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
They're going to run it here. Gets the first and still running. Finally make the tackle, but not before he crosses midfield. First down at the 44.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll run it with the draw play. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. The offense will set up on first and 10.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
By the receiver. Gain of 17 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to the end zone. Here's the point after attempt. The extra point cuts the lead to 3, 17-14. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And out comes the offense set to take over here. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a first down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. Inside the 35. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Boy, what a great job of using his speed. Get him on the edge, allow him to be able to pull away from people, pick up big yards, and come up with a nice first down.
It's a first and 10 play coming up for the offense. It's a draw to the back.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. Second down coming up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Brown. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. Looking to throw here. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
No gain on 1st makes it 2nd down and goal from the 7.
42 Spiders.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Pass caught. Can he get in?
Just get this guy the ball and let him do the rest. The quarterback does a nice job of just putting the ball in the receiver's hands, and then he uses his legs with the run after the catch for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. We got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The game moves the ball to the 39. It'll be 1st down.
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a 1st down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a 1st down.
Nice catch made out of the slot position. That's going to be tough to stop today, Kirk.
He is so dangerous in space at that slot position. Nice job at the top of that route. Gave a little shoulder fake to create that separation. Made it easy for the quarterback to find him and make that throw.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Swarm for the pass rush. A sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
2nd down now after the sack. Handoff from the shotgun. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Quick tackle after the catch, but it's 1st and goal at the 8.
And a 1st down for the offense.
We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Handoff here from the shotgun.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, this is what we hoped for. This is what we expected, Kirk. A tight, tough battle between 2 really good teams. Now, who can step up and make that winning play down the stretch?
Well, early in the year, these 2 teams have actually lived up to the billing of 2 top 5 teams, showing a lot on offense and defense. Now, with so much on the line early in the year, tight game, who's going to make the plays to walk out of here the victor?
He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. Kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Catch hauled in here over the middle. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And the coach has made the call, needing to extend this drive. The offense is out there to go for it. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Rolling the dice a bit, up 1 possession and going for it on 4th down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He's got it, enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Chris, what a call by this offensive coordinator. 4th down, they elect to go for it, and they get the first down. Now you can continue to work that clock.
Grinding away on the ground. He's got the first and still going. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And the wideout goes in motion. And they'll go right back to him on first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Timeout by the defense.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Here comes a handoff. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4. And that should secure the victory, and they dodged the upset trap here, Kirk. They came in, handled the pressure of this early season collision, and really set the tone for an outstanding season.
Yeah, they really have. To walk out of here tonight with a big win should give them a ton of confidence going forward. Not to mention, a win like this on a nationally televised stage, it's going to carry a lot of weight as this year progresses. All right, here we go. This is really it. And the defense knows that if the offense is able to score here, it's essentially over. It's mano-a-mano at the line of scrimmage. Let's see which side can gain the most leverage.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes a quick catch. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a 1st down to the 42.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
He lets it go. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Chris, as this game evolves every year with college football, and we see more and more versions of some kind of spread offense, it puts so much pressure on this linebacker position because they're asked to do so much. This linebacker is able to sit back in zone, be comfortable in space, make the right read, and be able to be in place to knock the ball away.
Hand off to the single back. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. And the offense calls time now with 29 seconds remaining.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. 1st down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. It's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. It's a quick grab. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, trying for an oh-by-the-way touchdown, but it's no good. Time expires. And when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well stick with him. Oh, he's got some space. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down a 2-hand touch?
No. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And it's a touchdown.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So NC State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Hauls it in. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Quick strike complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but using that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that run.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by them.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Our defense, nice job early in the game, playing Job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give to the left. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of room to run. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. On the run, it's Scott. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Hard running there.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on Luke, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
The hand to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Caught over the middle. It's Sherrill. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. So after the break, they'll go back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse's showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the catch. It's Sampson. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Effective offense leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going. Way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've got to find some answers on this drive, already down by 18 in the second quarter. Here's the handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Zings it complete to the right. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Working the middle, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boston. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the back.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Finds a little space. Turning it on! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to fire. He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on the... But what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Extending the play. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. It's complete to the left. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Man, how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working. Using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the offense will take over. First and 10.
One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Got it behind the line. It's Scott. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Pulls it in. It's Boston. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. We saw that linebacker do it.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. From the gun, the running back has it. Gives him the big stiff arm. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Got room to work. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
On the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give to the tailback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. You talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. To throw, it's Bailey. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Floating away. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Brings up 2nd down.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll try to pop the draw. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll ride the hot hand. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Sampson. At the 45 on his way. They're ripping off chunks of yardage.
defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback and disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Flips it out in the flat. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll line up for a second down play. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. On this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play. I got to force something to happen. I got to change something up, and I got to get this football back to my offense.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got fourth, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
Ahead. And it's in there for a touchdown. They tackle a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Defense playing a bail technique.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Rush is on him. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He wants a big play here late. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and they made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. He's taking a deep shot. Got his man on the right. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the